Ali Magboul, Chairman of PI Middle
Nice
East.
to meet
Thank you very, very much for joining us today. First of all, what is PI Middle East and your objectives in the market here?
PI Middle East stands for PROFIBUS and PROFINET International, region in the Middle East. So we do support the region when it comes into networking, training, auditing, and awareness of that protocols, how it is used, and what is the best practice to use it, let's say.
Why does the automation industry need PROFIBUS and PROFINET? Why are these technologies so important for the market?
It simplifies the installation and it simplifies the data sent from the machines. So nowadays you're talking to motor, you're talking to drive, you're talking to sensor, valve in smart way. So instead of taking 50 cables to get temperature, feedback, start, stop, so it's exactly one cable, and you talk to the DCS and he sees everything. So it's in terms of installation, you reduce your cost. In terms of maintenance, you have that cable, it's only that. So if it doesn't talk, means it's that cable, and it's much easier in terms of maintenance afterwards.
PI Middle East has been in the market as a non-profit in this region. 2014, I believe you started. This particular technology in the GCC region, are there various verticals that are more advanced than others? Where do we stand at the moment?
Yeah, you have it actually in the plants, we are smart. We have it in the sugar, we are smart. In some we are still, I would say petrochemicals, we are still a little bit slow there. Refineries of oil, we are still slow. And yeah, we need the support also from the manufacturers when they are coming in and installing stuff on that to create, let's say, make it as a better knowledge as it's other categories.
I mean, if you compare, for example, GCC with Germany, Germany is a manufacturing powerhouse. PROFIBUS, PROFINET, like bread and butter, staple diet for them. Comparing this market to Germany, are we advanced enough? Can we do better? What are the challenges?
Is the awareness. The awareness. I would just say, if we are aware enough, we are not afraid to use it, and it's a go. I would just simplify it in this.
And of course, you have your own company, ASM, in Saudi. You, of course, only use exclusively PROFIBUS and PROFINET in your automation processes for your clients. Is it easy to convince potential clients to convert over?
This is why I would show them when they are down how we are, let's say, how we are able to solve your problem, because we have used some tools to diagnose your plant, and we are not, let's say, out of space. So if you know the proper knowledge, you know the proper tools, like we use tools from Procentec, our partners since 10 years, and then downtime can be reduced from, sometimes it takes you 3 days, 4 days to be able to solve it, into 1 hour maximum, because you know exactly where it is.
You mentioned before oil and gas are quite a little bit behind.
They're not behind, they use a different protocol in a black box.
All right. Why do you think that is?
It depends on where you get that technology. So I think, to sum it up, in Europe we are more stronger in PROFIBUS and PROFINET. In US we are strong in the FF. So they are somehow different.
And you've been quite an advocate of SBS Automation Middle East.
Yes.
Obviously it's the debut launch show in this region, the only show of its kind where the whole automation world comes together, ideally. 21 exhibitors, 15 speakers at the co-located conference. How important is the platform for you on behalf of PI Middle East to share the message, spread the message of PROFIBUS and PROFINET?
When I met Ciro in Nuremberg, he told me there was this SPS Dubai coming up. I was so passionate, because finally we will have our first automation fair in this region to start focusing on automation that can be used in every industry. Because always exhibitions here is based on the category or the industry, and then you put the automation behind it or under it. So I was really passionate about it, and I was happy to support and try to find from all aspects, exhibitors, clients, speakers. So I hope we can keep continuing in it whether it's slow or small or big, but I hope we keep going in the correct directions to promote it.
Sure. We'll talk about the OEM market. Obviously, for automation and industrial and building automation, obviously big verticals here. OEM manufacturing is obviously very small in GCC region, of course, for various reasons. But in your opinion, as an expert in the field, is there potential for the OEM market to really pick up in the region? Can it?
It has to be different, because if we are strong in oil and gas, we have to do an OEM something for our categories or where we are strong in, because if we just copy different areas, because our manpower here is not as cheap as other countries. So we have to do things where we are very good in and unique, and I think can help. But if we just copy paste others, the price can change according to the material cost, because we don't do all the material here, and manpower.
And of course, governments are getting behind it. We've got the Saudi Vision 2030. You are based in Saudi itself. There are a lot of advanced manufacturing plants, Al Marai, for example. You mentioned sugar as well.
Yeah, Safola United Sugar.
Exactly. So there is an existing advanced base there, and it must be quite exciting at the moment in terms of potential future growth.
Yeah, I'm very passionate in the food and beverage, so I like it. We do it with flour mills. We have excellent flour mill companies, and they do everything from zero. We have a proper manpower. The Saudis are really trying to hold about it and trying to take the responsibilities now. And it's coming up into this thinking how to be efficient in terms of electricity, in terms of reducing when you can go more in peak hours, when you can go less in peak hours, and you can do the reverse. It's becoming now more important for us.
How long have, in your professional experience in the market, how long have you been involved in this sort of sector for?
This sector since 1999.
Okay, so almost 20 years, yeah, so quite a while.
Yeah.
The key challenges that you've faced on behalf of PI Middle East and of course ASM as well, some of the challenges that you've faced on a professional point of view in setting up, I guess, and
it's
especially with regards to automation.
When it comes to automation, we don't have issue if it's, let's say, we are doing the job, but if the client is going from old to new, if he don't upgrade his team in the new technology, I guess the downtime, it will be the same. So when you are going to go into new technology, you have to think also to improve your team. Awareness is really important, because whatever you can buy Rolls Royce, you can buy a nice cars, but if you don't know how to drive it, yeah.
And of course, that's why we're all here at SPS
Yes.
Automation Middle East, isn't it?
Exactly.
Create awareness about the market, knowledge sharing,
Yes.
networking, and industry best practice. Ali Magboul, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.